Very cool.
All right.
Explain this to me.
Explain this. This is a, what are these called? Shaft hole axe, because there's a hole and the shaft goes through it.
That's a creative.
They're mostly Eastern European. I want to say start around 2500 BC or so. So this is pre-sword. This was when it was archery, axe, spear, and knife. Because they just couldn't make long enough blades yet, right? So this was a primary. And I think the beaker culture was the initial one. This is a Hallstatt example. So Austria, that sort of area. What do they do? We've got a long bit here. Heck, let's do this. We're going to do it this way.
Huh.
Okay. I can engage. I can actually use this to manipulate things and move in and work. We got this. If I bury this into a person, it's going, 8 inches into their body. That's hard to recover. So sometimes,
Let's say so.
that's why these are also called disc-butted axes, because there's a disc on the butt, and it's got a spike so that when it impacts, it actually breaks in a little bit, transfers the energy. That's so you don't penetrate. But when I hit like hands and things, it's also really good. This can be used in one hand, generally in combination with something like a knife like this. And here, I actually want to walk in and work on using the point.
Look at the grip, because you showed me this last time at EWO, and I had never seen anyone hold a knife like that.
Yeah. Lines the
Very
point
cool.
up, because of the recurved nature of the knife, it lines the point up with the bones of the forearm.
That's
So
it's Wolverine.
against a lefty, I generally want to take outside line. If I've got this big, heavy fuck off axe, I get one shot with it. So you can pick in, you can wrestle with it, set up things like this. There's a lot you can do with it. One of the other, it is long enough, so it's heavy enough. I think this is conjecture. This length of haft.
Okay.
To be like nice and transparent. It's a heavy enough axe head that it doesn't really want to be used in one hand unless we have counterbalance, right? You'll also note shillelaghs, the way they fought with shillelaghs. They're about walking stick length. For the Hungarian Fokos, has a haft about like this, so you can fight with it in one hand. But more importantly, go ahead and you can. More importantly, I can poke you with it and walk things in.
Yeah.
You can do all of your like spear type work, establishing crossings. So I can't just walk at you, right? What this lets me do is project it far enough that I can reach and establish a crossing, and then I can step in with some safety and hit, right? You can do some other cool stuff, because of the nature of this disc butt. I can actually hide where the blade is. So as I'm maneuvering and trying to figure out how I'm going to get in, right? Let's go here. And then I just let gravity drop it. I don't want you to see I'm going to maneuver it so that that disc covered the blade until it's too late. So the Fokos is the shepherd's axe in Hungary. They still carry them. You'll find old dudes walking around the mountains there with axes. It's a comfortable walking about town axe length.
About town axe. Got it.
And is built to the length of my extended hand.
Okay.
So it's proportional to my body to some degree. It also comes up to a little bit like basically crotch height. Crotch height is going to relate to the length of my leg.
Yeah.
Length of my leg relates to the length of my natural walking pace. When things start breaking out of those proportions, shit feels weird. Yeah, I mean, it could conceivably have been a full-size polearm.
Interesting. Yeah.
We don't know. We don't have any imagery to go with these, so we don't see human figures from the people that used these until the Hallstatt culture, and then those are pretty basic. Those are more about social status and social delineations than it is like scenes of warfare. We don't have like Greek pottery.
Gotcha.
Greek pottery
Yeah.
is their martial stuff. But,
yeah.